Hello again viewers, my name's Alan and welcome back to my home workshop. This video is part 3 of my journey in making a blanket box. Alright, picking up where I left off, I've cut the bottom and some pieces like this to put in to support it. So you see them there. So now it's time to start gluing bits together, I think. And I think we'll start with this long piece here. It's going to fit in there fairly snugly. It's going to be glued on two faces there, and where the bottom goes on is not going anywhere. I'm not going to bother with screws. So let's get some glue on and get started. This end. A tapper to make sure it's correctly lined up. Yeah, that feels pretty good. And another one here. Right. So now I think we'll get straight on to putting the side battens on. All right. Now time for a bit of a clean up and let that glue dry. So glue's dried overnight and I've taken the clamps off. These pieces are on. The floor fits in nicely. The top piece here is still loose and waiting to be glued on. But my next step is going to fix the bottom to these battens, and then after that put this side on. But for all that to work, I need to set the distance between the sides here and here so that I can fix the base to these battens, but that the spacing of the sides is correct for the lid to then drop on. So I'm going to set it up and then nail or screw or something a temporary batten across to hold that spacing, so I can take the lid off or the side off, fix the base and then put that on. So that's the game plan. I'm going to put a temporarily tack this across there so I can take all the clamps off and hold its correct spacing across the sides for this. Go left-handed so I don't get in the way of the camera. That will hold on pretty well there. Repeat the process on the other side. Set the drill depth. Good to go. Try and avoid bumping the camera. High speed. Clearance hole for the screw. Oops. Screwdriver on. Slow it down. Off we go. Right, that should hold the spacing exactly as we need it to be. I can take all the clamps off now, take this off and get ready to glue this in. Okay, so in this picture you can see that I've rotated the box 90 degrees towards me, and now it's sitting in the correct position. And you're seeing the battens around the base of the box that the plywood sheet base will be glued to in the correct position. So now it's a matter of just applying glue all the way around the edge of those three battens, putting the base in, clamping it all up. And now it's time to do a bit of a glue cleanup and make sure it's pulled up properly all ways round. It looks like it has. Okay, so I've got the base in and glued around, clamped up here, but to clamp the back down I don't have any clamps, so I'm going to have to reach in. So I've come up with this way of doing things. Which will put the clamping pressure on to hold the base down while the glue dries. So the way this lot works, this box is actually clamped to this backing board, and then that is clamped onto that, so that allows me to use these little struts to put downward pressure there, and hopefully that'll work out fine for me. Okay, it's the next day. Hopefully the glue's dried, so time to knock all the clamps out and see what we got. I think I'll stand around behind it to roll it back over. Okay, with all the clamps off, it's time to check whether or not the fourth side will fit back on correctly. Fingers crossed. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. Pull down nicely with the gluing clamps, and that'll be the fourth side done. More gluing. Okay, to help with the assembly, make sure it's easy to put the lid on in the right place, I'm going to clamp these pieces on there and there all round, and to make sure that if any glue squeezes out of this joint, it doesn't stick to this, I've machined a shallow groove in the ends of each of them, and I'll put the groove across the joint, so if any glue does sneak out, it won't stick the guiding piece to the box. Well, that's the theory anyway. We'll see how well it works. Okay, time to start gluing. Now I'm going to get some in the pockets on the other side. Colour coded this with a bit of green tape, so to make sure I put it on the right way around. Right. That seems lined up. I think we'll rotate this whole thing over, make it easier to clean the glue.